Hello guys, welcome to my channel sportsinfonow. Since our childhood, wrestling games has been a huge entertainment part of our life. Many of us stand in queues and with the coins in hand and wait for our turns to play classical wrestling fizz games. So in today's video, we are going to talk about top 5 and best wrestling games of all time. Before we start the video, we request you to please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for instant video notification. So without further ado, let's start our video. Number 5 is WCW and W Revenge. WCW and W Revenge is a classical wrestling game that gave an amazing experience at that time. This game was called back as the arcade games, and this is far better version of WCW versus NDW World Tour game. During the late 90s, WCW was one of the top wrestling promotion in the business, and this game was a proof of that. WCW shown their power with star-studded roster which includes Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan and Sting were available with the likes of Damian Dallas Page, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio Jr. The graphics of this game were looked chunky but pleasing to the play. The WCW set such as the Halloween Hawks, Bash at the Beach and Undiscovered, which are the most demanded to play in this game. In this game, you can deliver a kick, punch and grapples as well as delivering drop kicks, suplex and signature finisher of the superstar without any interruption. Number 4 is Fire Pro Wrestling World. Fire Pro Wrestling World is an amazing replace of the world for wrestling games. This game come up with the update roster, wrestling creation options and light and fast gameplay engine. Fire Pro Wrestling World games were introduced in 1989. This game's previous version was still loved by the fans and the best version of them all. The 2D graphic of this game make it stand out between the fans. This game featured a tons of matches which are rarely seen in today's wrestling games. In this game, unique stipulations such as death matches, rare bed wipe drop matches give extraordinary feelings to play this game. This game, the roster is more than enough, features New Japan Pro Wrestling and Stardom wrestlers such as Kazuchika Okada, Hiroshi Tasanino, Kota Ibushi and Mayu Iwatani, and which make this game more interesting. Number 3 is SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. If you look at on Sony PlayStation 2 to find best wrestling games, then SmackDown Here Comes the Pain could be the big one. This game was released in 2003 and at that time Brock Lesnar was on the road to take himself as a big thing in WWE. So Brock Lesnar's photo was featured on the cover photo of the SmackDown Here Comes the Pain game. This game was an amazing mixture of N64 procedure and that state-of-the-art technology, which is the best at that time. The graphics were smoother and more user-friendly as well as lots of sample gameplay as compared to the SmackDown series game. This game was featured updated with star-studded roster of WWE superstar and legends of 1970s. So all these features of SmackDown Here Comes the Pain game make the best out of them all, and there was the most loved edition of the whole SmackDown series. Number 2 is WWE Wrestlemania 2000. The game named WrestleMania 2000 was released in 1990 for the N64. This game was the first produced by THQ and must say this game was incredible to play. More like the previous mentioned WCW and W Revenge game, this is also smoother and fun to play it. But this game was a more up to date with some advanced feature than the earlier version of WCW. In this game, the Road to WrestleMania storyline mode was one of the best mode of all time. Going through all challenges and to headline WrestleMania was the most thrilling experience. In this version of the game, you can create non-WWE wrestler also. Number 1 is WWE No Mercy for N64. There is no doubt that WWE No Mercy for N64 is one of the best wrestling games which ever produced. Despite the retro status, this game is still loved and played by the fans. This game was released in 2000. Since then, there is 35 more other big WWE wrestling games and on different platforms. But WWE No Mercy is still standing well above him. It's very hard to find anyone who would not like to play the WWE No Mercy game for an N64. There are many reasons why No Mercy was stood rest of them all. Firstly, it is easily accessible. One can pick up the control pad and with few kicks, the players would be dropping elbows and deliver shots and finishers with the best of all. Secondly, there was an array of matches and stipulations from which to choose. Royal Rumble, Ladders Match and Barroom Brawl were all available to test your wrestling game skills. The third point was the sample gameplay and career mode storyline in which your chosen to wrestle would go through and become a champion with all the twists and turns. These features made the game overall amazing experience. Wrestling fans could now create their favorite WCW and ECW wrestle who will wrestle against likes of The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H. WWE No Mercy on the N64 will be remembered forever as the best wrestling game ever. There is a few games that we have not mentioned in the list in the top 5 best wrestling game ever, so here is honorably mentioned here. Number 1 is Wrestling Fist, the best wrestling arcade game ever, eater of many coins. WWE Wrestlemania, the arcade game, a crazy and chaotic mix of wrestling and Looney Tunes of style violation. Then third one is WWE 2K13 and 14, easily the best and most playable version of the now flawed 2K franchises. So these are the all but top 5 best wrestling games of all time. Hope you are agreeing with us. If you are another list of the best wrestling games, then write us in comment section. This is all from our today's video. Hope you all enjoyed. Before you leave, please do like, subscribe, share, comment and press the bell icon for instant video notification. So see you guys in our next video.